Hey folks, this little video is about the Fae and all the bugs out here. I don't talk enough about the Fae, but I talk with a lot of you individually on consultations and in person and in lectures, whatever, about them. But I need to put more on YouTube about it. And one young lady approached me through jayessex.com and asked me to talk with her about some of the experiences that I had with Fae to relate with her own. I told her she had a lot of tree elves running around her house, and this one fairy really loves her, female, flies around her all the time, helps her do stuff, digging in the dirt or something. I see a basic image. That's thought is by image. It's by energy, but the feeling of the energy and then image, that's how it all kind of comes in telepathy. Anyway, the Fae are their energy is so close to the human energy that they're almost inseparable. In the very beginning, the fields of essence were made. Human and Fae essence are so close that when the wave of energy was released to make these different categories, human over here, Fae over here, there were a lot that just came out in the middle that were literally Faemen, Fae and human. Fae, F-A-E, stands for a fairy. It actually stands for Fae. Fae is the realm of Fae. It's the beings, as in humans, elves, fairies, nymphs. You have all kinds. They have their own names. One of them that is a little mischievous is what we call a leprechaun. They're very real and love to play with stuff. But our energy is so close. I'm sorry, they're actually part of my energy, but the human energy is so close to the Fae energy that we're connected. They love to move stuff around. Lots of times on around the baseboards, in the corner, and in the shadows, and underneath things, they move around in your house. Especially the more you care for the nature and animals, but especially nature, they will be present. They will hang around. When you have that in your heart, they're drawn to you. Okay, they will make metaphysical bodies. I've actually had one make a physical body, or most of one. I've mentioned it before in one of the first videos with James Rink, another energy family member of mine, and they can do different things with electricity, and they can affect our physical world here very much. The event I was as far as the house, I've been typing before on a computer, putting a book together, and all of a sudden the keyboard locked up, and I just saw out of the corner of my eye, I saw a little Fae guy about like this, little elf, and I told him, I said, look, I see you, I love you. I said, I feel you, I can't come play right now, I have to get this done. I said, release the board. And he didn't. And then I said it one more time, and then he didn't. And then I fired up my crown real hard, and he let go. And then he started coming out from, it was near the corner, and then there was an end table, and then he started coming out over here, and his energy was strong enough. He was trying to make a little bit of a body. Well, right over here was one of my dogs, Dre. He's on the other side now. I talk with him all the time. He's smiling. He literally all of a sudden saw the energy and saw it trying to make a body, and he went over to it, not to hurt it, but just went over to it, and the guy just freaked out and ran. They'll run along the corner, and then they'll go into a corner, and then poof, they're gone. They're multidimensional. They float in and out. The Fae do not hold solid bodies, but can make one if they really want to. I'll go somewhere with that in a minute. That's where a lot of the new lives are coming from. Okay, the new universes, they're going to be mostly set up like Fae. When you don't have to maintain a solid body, You don't have to eat solid food. You don't have to go through all these physical pains. Okay? Animals don't have to kill animals daily just to live. It takes an incredible amount of abuse out of the scenario. By the way, we are loaded with Fae energy here today. Of course, they love the woods and everything else, but they're all over the place. Anyway, that's a nice thing about it. The Fae way of life. It's not so much different than our own. They can make a body and then release it. But not having to hold on to the body, they don't have to stay there long. And how do they reproduce in their special bodies? I'll tell you all about that, but it's going to be with not the blow by blow, but I'll explain all that in the book when it comes out. I'm sorry, I'm not telling you everything. I got to get these books out too. But anyway, Herky is one dog I have left now. He's Corgi and Pit Bull, really interesting, a lot of love. And all of it, I'm working on the computer, and all of a sudden, this little thing about this tall goes running along the baseboard towards where the feet were underneath the table, and then goes around the corner, and then it went around to another corner of the house where the Fae love to come in and out, and it was a little horse, just like this. And Herky saw it. It was metaphysical, but he saw it. He chased that thing, and he got just underneath the weight bench, and he looked at it, and he watched it go in the corner and disappear, and he looked at it, he started barking, going crazy. He turned around and looked at me, and he goes, huh? And then he looked back at the corner and started barking at it. I took him over there so he'd know there's nothing there. Animals are very strong. Animals have essence inside them, animal essence. And they're very powerful intuitively. And anyway, I've heard about animal sense. But so anyway, that was pretty funny. One time though, this is when one of them made a body, or most of it, physical body in front of me. I was watching TV. I don't have regular TV. I just have DVDs and stuff. So anyway, I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden, from back here, something runs in front of me, and it goes into the favorite corner where they love to hang out. It was about this tall. Okay, there was a left leg going up to a butt, the trunk going over the right-hand side, the right arm, the shoulder, and then the head. So you saw the butt, the shoulders, the right side, the left leg, and the right arm, and it was running. And ran right into the corner and disappeared. I saw that and said, okay, back to the show, went back to the movie. Didn't miss a lick. I'm used to all kinds of crazy stuff happening. But anyway, they can make physical bodies. He was working on that. They're very similar and yet very different. Just like you, they're very special. And they are part of a wonderful family that we have. I've got a lot more I'll be saying about them, but people, when you go on the internet and they say fairies love this, buy this, and it's a piece of junk hanging in a tree, they can't stand it. It'll piss them off if it does anything. Okay, so please don't do that. If you want to attract the Fae to you, just find one plant already growing on your property and feed it water, give it a little love, that's all. They're caretakers. They give back to the earth. They don't destroy it like the human race does. Okay? I'm not beating all of us up either, so don't go there with me. The things that run this planet do. Look at your books, the Bible, Torah, Quran. Man was put here to dominate the earth. Genesis is the biggest lie that there's ever been, as far as I'm concerned. I know I'm a part of it, and it's disgusting. It's a lie from the beginning to the end. So anyway, it was, by the way, the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran were all written by the Anunnaki, the things that enslave you. So anyway, there's that. A couple things real quick though. The Fae, they're not like us in many ways. The Fae have lives in our bodies. We have lives in the Fae bodies. The way Fae people are, the Fae energy, I could be in Fae and having a life down there with a friend. He'll look at me and goes, Jay, man, those overalls, man, they just make you look 9,000 years old and 5 tons. Let's go down to the lake and float around down there. And I go, okay. He made a statement about the way my overalls make me look. He didn't attack me. In human bodies, we get all wrapped up in that. What's the hidden meaning? What's behind that? You know, it's a natural tendency when we're in the solid bodies. I'm not picking on us. I'm just saying it's a fact. Whereas in Fae, they don't care about it as much, and they are a little bit mischievous because they don't hold body. They like to play around with the quote-unquote solids. The thing about the Aesir and Vanir, Freya and the other Fae that were fighting Thor and the others of Asgard, didn't happen. Okay, battles, arguments, problems, yes. The way they put it, no. Sorry, didn't happen like that at all. I know, I was there. I remember. And hey there, buddy. Oh, thank you. I love you too. I hope that comes out on camera. It's a very beautiful call from that bird. Anyway, they're everywhere. You can feel them, see them. Those of you that have Fae energy really do well with tiger's eye, stone energy. It helps you see through and around stuff. So anyway, I'll stop here, but all kinds of other stuff to tell you about the Fae. And I'm doing everything I can to get these books out, folks. I mean, I'm doing everything I can. I don't know what to tell you. 24/7, I'm busy. Love y'all, and hope to see you soon. August 24th, if you can make it, down at the Center for excuse me, the Center for Enlightened Learning. It's off of Old Roswell Road. I believe it's 680, 660 or something, Roswell Road, whatever. If you go to jayessex.com, J-A-Y, Essex like in England.com, you'll see it down there. It's written on there. It's also in the Aquarius Atlanta magazine. But anyway, it's August 24th, Sunday, 760. It's 760 Old Roswell Road. From 11 to 1 will be, it's $20 cover charge. I'll be talking about the different parts of your brain, how they work, and how you get cranked up and everything else. And while I'm doing that, you all will be getting cranked up. Then afterwards till 4 o'clock, and then if necessary later, I'll be going into people, cranking them up at a very discounted rate. So if you can, I'd love to see you there. And people, there's a lot going on. The wake up, the enlightenment, the new awakening, it's on. As a matter of fact, I got to talk about some of the pains people are having so they understand it. That's coming up. All right, folks, love you. See you soon.